is Carly. Welcome back to my channel. And I'm here with my March currently inked review. The first thing that I did was that I basically, when I picked out these colors, I had a very specific image in mind. And if I can, I want to try and give like an approximation of what I had in mind. And yeah, that's sort of the color is sort of a really dark sky over blossoming trees on a green hill. That's sort of what I had in mind with this March color palette. And I think like having less one in addition to like the splodgy swatches really sort of brings home to me what I was thinking when I made those choices. And overall, I had a really, really good experience with those. I don't think there was a pairing that I sort of was hesitant about. I think the Cashmere Rose in the medium pilot was one that I was, will this be actually readable? Will this be a pairing that will work well? Let me put those out. These are the three that I actually wrote dry quite early in the month. And then let me get the other ones out. Just, to be honest, I always have a few sort of other ones that are not part of the official currently inked, but they're sort of, I think I need to always have like an element of spontaneity that I can, if I get a new pen and I really want to ink it up, that I don't beat myself up about that. So here you can see the pens that I chose for March, and as I said before, they really match quite well. They also match my little new desk friend. I always wanted a string of pearl plant, but they're so expensive when they're bigger. And then I finally saw this little guy in my local garden center, and yeah, he's just so cute. So he can be sort of a desk body for these kinds of videos, because I always enjoy seeing people with some greenery on their tables. So that's basically my version for that. But so yeah, let me show you some pages for those pens, some writing samples. So I obviously didn't, not in order, which would have made sense, but let me find you the first one. So yeah, so the Ancient Grey Lady, the Ancient Blue Lady, which is my own mix, did really well in this Jinhao 82, and I just loved it. It flowed really well. It, like, the shading is phenomenal, and obviously it's also really legible. So let me see which ones are. This one is still inked. Maybe do the green one though. So rating for the ink, the flow, and the legibility. So I've gave the ink a 10 because it's just lovely. The flow a 10 as well. I think from all the Jinhao 82s I've tried, this is the one that actually flows the best. And the legibility I gave a 9, because it's not sort of, it's not black, but it's a darkish grey. But yeah, I really, really like that. Then the next one is the, this Pilot Kakuno in fine nib. It's from the Madarumi series, and it's the brown one. And I really think it matches the Posé de Lune. And I don't know why I chose a spread with quite a few crossings out, but this nib is so bouncy. It's such a delight to write with. Yeah, I just love it. In the beginning, I had to really adjust to the nib because it's almost eerily smooth and bouncy, and the pen is light at the same time. So yeah, it really took me a while to get used to it, but now I absolutely love it. So, ratings wise, I gave the ink 9, then the floor 10, the legibility a 9 as well. So yeah, overall a really good pairing. I could see this as a sort of semi-permanent pairing because I think the Posay de Lune really draws out the purple undertones of this brown. So yeah, really enjoyable to write with. For Cashmere Rose in the medium Kakuno, that was a nice surprise as well. I don't think the nib is as bouncy as for the fine one, but I still really enjoyed it. And for a pink, it's actually quite readable. It's not, I mean, it's sort of at the bottom end of what I could work with, but I think it's still a lovely ink, some lovely shading in here. And yeah, again, now that I'm more used to handling the lightweight pens, I also didn't have sort of the adjustment period with this one. And so yeah, really, really enjoyable. And I wrote it dry and I refilled it twice. So that was a really, really good one. So I gave the ink an 8. I wanted a pink for my sort of the picture that I had in my mind. The pink is not really my go-to, and I like the more browny pinks more. I mean, it's still a lovely ink, but just to explain a bit about the score, the floor 10 and the readability I gave about an 8 because it's still really legible. But there are definitely like darker, more legible inks in this lineup. So, and then the next one is the Aswine C80 in the colorway Green Glitter with a fine nib, but this is the big number 8 really bouncy nib as well. I really enjoy this pen, and it actually it handles shimmer really well. So this is the writing sample for it. You can see here I started using it and it dumped out a lot of shimmer, and then it sort of comes out a bit less. But it's like there's still a lot of shimmer in the writing, and I just love the sort of the muted blue, the grey blue, because that's the kind of blue that I'm really drawn to, and I tend to actually collect blues that are very much on the spectrum. I need to make sure that I don't buy any more blue inks because I think I have this really covered now, but because this has this lovely copper shimmer, it's very special. And so for this one, I gave the ink a 9, then the floor 9 as well, because with shimmer, I think that's always like, there can be days when it's not really wanting to flow as well. And then the legibility, I gave an 8 as well, basically sort of on the same level, but still absolutely, I think everything about a 6, above a 6 is still very much worth doing. And just, I will basically switch after every spread, and then I don't get fatigued so easily with sort of deciphering the everything, because my eyes then switch to another color. I hope that will help. And then lastly, here is again something very, like a few scratchings out. This is the teal tea ink that I mixed myself, and that I really still enjoy a great deal. I have a bit left of my mixing vial. I actually might do that again, because it's just sort of a pistachio green, and I just love it so much. Maybe I give myself a bit of a break. I have sort of at least sort of something of a recipe for it. Only use this is the other one that's still inked, but also because I refilled this 2 times. And so I would say for ink a 9, the flow a 9. Usually cover goes really good with that. And the legibility, let's do a 9 as well. But yeah. So these are my results for the, where did it go? I've mixed it all up now. For the March currently inked. To go the other way around. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this round. There was nothing where I took sort of a risk, to be honest, because some of those I'd already, so the brown Kakuno and the Kaweco I had already road tested quite extensively before they entered the official currently inked. I think that's probably going to be a bit of a, how it's going to be in the future, with me sort of inking pens up and then deciding whether I will keep them in the currently inked, which means that I will have to re-ink them at least once. So they are sort of vetted in a way before they get into the currently inked. I also got these amazing new scripts that I really love, and I've like stickered this over what I had written, so I have like at least the scripts for each month are similar, and I just love the rainbow one. So yeah, this is my review. All in all, an amazing round. I've been thinking about actually extending the number of pens to 6 for next month, because I think I need to have a bit of a spontaneous, I can add a few more, and it's not overwhelming me. I might sort of stick with 6, although 5 is a really good number for soldiers. So yeah, I'll see. I have a rough theme in mind already for April. Yeah, I have to be a bit careful that not all of them end up almost the same. As I said, I'm very drawn to very specific ink values, or like ink colors, and I'm trying to broaden my horizon for summer, because what I don't have in my collection, for example, is like a bright turquoise, but like summery colors. I'm not sure whether I can do yellow. I think autumn oak is, maybe I try like diamond amber as well. I think, but that might be the lightest I can go. But yeah, that's sort of, let me know what you think. Is this, I mean, have you tried any of those inks? I mean, the pens are very sort of accessible pens, really. In the next currently inked, I will feature one of my maker pens. I've just started branching out into maker pens, and it's amazing, but it's also very intimidating in a way, because especially these ones, I will just carry around with me everywhere. I've got a little sweet, like a pen pouch for them. It fits sort of a handmade one off of Etsy, and it fits 6 pence, which is also why I'm thinking about like extending it for currently ink for 6 pence. But I also have been looking to making my own pen pouches, just to have a few more options for storing them. Thank you so much for being here, and I see you for the April currently inked.